Hey guys, I'm giving you an update. I need to do something because I'm going crazy right now. I'm just waiting for a call back from the emergency vet. So I had to take Apollo there and it's really bad. It's really, really bad. He's been slowing down over the last week in terms of not wanting to walk that much, but standing around, sniffing every pee, eating super normal, super hungry, peeing, pooping, all normal, but he's slowed down. I couldn't walk very far anymore, very, very slow. And it has really drastically slowed down since yesterday in terms that he started becoming clumsy and a little bit like this. He's been like this slightly, not as bad before we started his treatment, that his front legs are sliding a little bit, but that was on tiles. In Washington, they said, well, can we trim the hair in his paws that he's not so... Then we found out it was the gabapentin that made him clumsy, and then it all got so much better from the radiation. He's not snorting anymore. He has no troubles breathing anymore, and nothing in the nose. So I think the tumor is good. That is working. And but it got so bad yesterday that he really hardly didn't want to walk at all. I could walk him to his pee spot and that was it. Then very, very slowly back. And then this morning I kind of thought, they said he has a little bit of a heart murmur because they checked his heart before we started the radiation treatment, because he has to do a lot of sedations. And I thought maybe that has worsened because of these many sedations for every treatment. So I thought, yeah, that could be it. That he can't move that much, and I don't know. It's this. How can I say this? This morning, all of a sudden, he was trotting very, very fast for quite a bit, for about maybe 100 meters, but he needed to poop. But he was trotting pretty well. But after that, he didn't want to move anymore. Super, super slow, hardly at all. And then just a few hours later, his hind legs were spreading out, really ataxic, as if he was paralyzed, literally dragging them behind, hardly. And then the front legs were doing this as well. And then he was basically lying down. He was hungry when I was getting the food. He was trying to get up, sliding around, but it was really like he broke his back and the hind legs are paralyzed. But also with the front legs, I'll show you this video here now in the background that I made when I came back out of the elevator. I had to carry him now just a few hours ago to pee. It was really, really bad. So I decided I have to take him back to the emergency vet, which is a tough decision right now because I have a sick horse as well. And I really don't have any money for the vet right now. And I told them, I said, I can't do CT scan or MRI or X-ray. So just a consultation, because from what I Googled is from the radiation, if the radiation is close to the brain, even up to 6 months, that can cause nerve damage. That could cause these symptoms. And then that he should get prednisone pretty quickly, because if there's a swelling that presses like a nerve inflammation or something, you have to act quick. But now they say they don't want to give it to him before they have run all the tests. And here comes the bad news. They said they don't think it's coming from radiation, but this is just the emergency vet. I went there after midnight. It's something like, 3 a.m. So then she says the vet, the oncologist that was responsible for Apollo, right? She sent us to Washington. She might not even have time the next 1 to 2 days to consult. I'm like, what do I do with this dog? How can he poop? How can he pee if he can't get up anymore? Yeah, you have to hold him with a towel. And I said, if I do that, I don't think that he will do anything, because he wants to be left alone if he does his business, right? I'm like, they don't want to I said, what do we have to lose? And then they said, well, this could be a disc, like herniated, how's that called? Or it could be cancer. I'm like, cancer? We just had cancer with him, because the tumor that he had doesn't spread. Usually, this is nothing that is spreading. That's why they said we have such a good chance treating it. So I have to, pardon my language, did we grab into the pot of shit that this is something else? Because if it's that, this is... No, guys, I just can't believe this. Can you have that much bad luck? Yeah. I'm giving you this update because you've been with me throughout all the journey, right, with him, and you've asked about him, and I was so happy that he was doing so much better and he was starting to bark again. And just a few days ago, he was getting angry at Rudy when Rudy wanted to hump him, and he was turning around, biting Rudy in the neck, and he was really enjoying his life again, right? And then this now degrades so drastically, and I don't know, yeah, what can I say? And it's really his muscles. He's very weak with his muscles in the shoulders and in the hind legs, but that was already before we started the treatment, probably coming from these tumors. They suck out everything. When my Fetty died 3 years ago, his brother, from another form of cancer, but also aggressive mouth cancer, so aggressive, we didn't have a chance. We did surgery and he came back. It's so bad. But his head, all the muscles where he chews with, or the muscles over the eyes, it was gone. His head, you felt the skull. Nothing was filled, the spaces in between, nothing. You felt the bones sticking out, and that's what with Apollo too. And they haven't come back since then. So if you have dogs or cats or something and you feel that the head is shrinking, the flesh, the muscles on the head, have them checked out immediately, the mouth and everything. But he was also weak on his shoulders. So, and the thing is, if they do a CT, they don't do a full body CT, which I was hoping that then we would have known, right? They always do that area. It's so now I already know what they will do. We will have to go through the same thing again that we did before we went to Washington. CT, MRI, X-rays, ultrasound, blood count, consultation. I don't know. It's just I just said to my friend, I want to complain somewhere. Where can I complain that this is happening now with that poor doggy, because he was doing so good. That radiation treatment has really worked. Let's hope it's just a disc, because that he would need surgery. And now, I told them, yeah, if we don't do anything now, and we can't give him anything, how can he do anything? He's just lying flat. And then she said, yeah, gabapentin is really good. Give him more gabapentin. I said, if I give him gabapentin longer, we had the problem during his treatment that made him these symptoms not as bad, but sliding with the legs and clumsy. Now, if he's already so bad and I've given him more gabapentin, I only gave him one gabapentin this evening because I wanted to see if with a painkiller, does this get better? Is he in pain? But there's no change. Absolutely no change. And the problem is, then I said, meloxicam, anti-inflammatory painkiller. What can we do wrong if we give him something anti-inflammatory, if some nerve is squeezed? I had this once with a horse. 2 discs were dislocated and they were squeezing the nerves, and anti-inflammatory really helped him. Didn't solve the problem, but helped him. But they said it could interfere with future, how you say that, imaging or checks or whatever. But yeah, this is my update, guys. I'll keep you updated. Have you seen my video about what's going on in Campi Flegrei and the monstrosity video, guys? It's worth it. I hope you're interested in watching this, but it really explains why we see this, what we're seeing right now at Campi Flegrei. And it's crazy what the INGV officially has just said. This is normal, nothing to worry about. Basically, this is the Brady-ism. And I'm like shaking my head because he's the director of the INGV. I'll make a video about this. But all his scientists say something else. It's not normal. And the video will show you that this is not normal. And it was shocking me how much this has escalated over the last, 15 years. So yeah, I can't sleep right now anyways. And I have to pick up Apollo again. And this is also so difficult. You can't be with your dog when they do all the tests. You have to basically give them the dog and then that's it. This is tough because me coming from Europe, in Germany, I could always be with every animal that had a problem, from horse to dogs. Actually, the vets were using me to calm the dog down, to hold the dog, and then they were explaining everything to you while they were conducting their tests and everything. Even with x-rays, you get the protective gear and you can be there and you can... Here, it drives me crazy. I would be interested, guys, if you live in the US or in Canada, do you have vets where this is different? It's definitely here in the Vancouver area. I haven't found a vet that doesn't do this. And the place where I go now, this is the only vet that I trust. It's really like a high-end emergency care place with, during the daytime, the best skilled vets and surgeons and stuff like this, because the normal vets here, like I said, when I went with Apollo and I said, check his mouth, something's wrong with his breathing. $2,000 later, he didn't check the mouth, right? And he had that tumor. So what can I say? I guess we should go back to Washington. I don't know how to do this because I have a sick horse right now. Has a huge abscess on his leg, and it's always been a horse that's been very, very thin. He's super tall. He's 1.83 meters. That's very, very tall. Was my best jumper. Wonderful horse. Now that he's retired and not in training that much, I mean, he's walking around on 30 acres every day, but he has never been a very muscular horse. Very lean horse, never a big neck or something. So if he loses a few pounds, he really looks bad. And so I'm trying to make him eat, and he's eating, but he's never been an easy eater. So even when he was in training, we put so much into him, but he didn't stop eating. He's just not super into it, and he's not an easy. I have another horse. If he ate what Cooley eats, he'd be exploding. So I'm always watching that horse lying down, and it's difficult, right? But he's going to make it. But he also, that's why I had to retire him. He started nosebleeding, and I said to my vet, was a good friend here who died, to make an endoscopy, and they found, I think it's some kind of tumor that what Apollo had in his throat deep down, so they can't take it out, they can't do surgery. And but it seems he's been living like this since 2019, and he doesn't seem to be in pain. I think if it grows a little, he gets some one-sided nosebleed, but that's it. He's totally normal. And I know that it's would have been possible to laser it. I know that they have done this in Germany, my vets, but here it's just like we can't do anything. So yeah, I don't know how much related this is that he's looking so weak right now, but if he's up, he's eating, he's playing with his buddies, well, not running around because he's that much because of the leg, but what can I say, guys? Nothing more. Check out the video on the end screen. It's really concerning what's happening in Campi Flegrei and in Iceland. Weird earthquake swarms along the ridges there. It could be that pressure that is building up under Svartsengi because of the land rising there, that this is spreading out a little further away, and we're seeing these earthquakes because there's rocks and crust breaking there. And funny thing is now they think this could be the last eruption, and I think both parties this time think it. Thorvald and the Met office. So we will see. I think this one is coming in the near time soon. So stay tuned, guys. I wish I had better news. Talk to you soon. Bye.